Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to the newest installment here on Gameplay Infinity. In the last episode, we just got finished with the mysterious jungle level. No, I'm sorry, we just got finished with the Save the Lemurs level, and now we're about to go over to Jungle Banquet? Banquet. What is B-A-N-Q-U-E-T? Y'all, I think Ash is dead. Okay, so we're going to be playing on this level.
English and a tiny bit of Japanese.
Oh, you can speak some Japanese.
Like a tiny smidgen bit.
Awesome.
Welcome, New York Giants. You come at an opportune time. We are preparing a veritable feast. Carrots, mushrooms, pineapple, cave onions, and for dessert, the melon tart.
But we have none of these things.
That is why we call on our industrious lemur minions.
The problem with preparing the feast is that when the Foosa attacked, our food supplies were kind of wiped out.
It's always something.
Well, this should be quite a soiree. Who needs food?
You can help greatly with some basic foraging.
That sounds dangerous.
Then would you consider collecting fruit and vegetables instead?
That will do.
It's settled then. Use the totems to switch between you and your three friends. You have each different abilities and can finish different tasks. Oh, one more thing. If you would like advice on where to look for the banquet items, you can return to me and I'll try and help you out.
Look, this is such an adorable game. Are you familiar with the Madagascar movie?
I've only seen the first one, so as long as that counts.
Well, yeah, kind of. That is actually what this one is based off of, except here's the thing. I think this game is genius in what it did, because it doesn't just copy and paste the movie story, but it actually brings together its own original and unique story that kind of plays on the story of the Madagascar movie, but it has its own twists and turns, new original characters. The characters are very well voice acted. I would, in my opinion, I could understand why someone would disagree, but in my opinion, I actually think that the game is just as good as the movie, if not better. But I want to ask you something. Do you watch anime? And if so, what would you say your top 3 favorite anime are?
God, why does everyone have to ask these questions? Picking favorites, not easily. Okay, because, I usually have favorites by genre, but top 3. Top 3.
Have you seen Death Note?
Oh my god, yes. Not my favorite, but yes, I've seen Death Note.
Who's your favorite character?
L.
Do you prefer L or do you prefer Light?
I think they both have merit to the story itself, but...
Yeah, they're kind of like two sides of the same yin-yang, and the way that they were written, both personality-wise and intellect-wise, was absolutely genius. Have you seen, Death Parade?
I have not. That is on my list.
It is certainly one that I would recommend. It is only 12 or 13 episodes long, but it's just as dark as Death Note is. Are there any video games that you play?
Video games. Well, I love Kingdom Hearts, and
Fuck
I will
yeah.
die with the fandom. I don't care how shit and convoluted the story gets. I will forever play Kingdom Hearts.
Personally, I don't think the story is that convoluted. If you're actually paying attention to it, I think that Kingdom Hearts 3 is the one that screwed up the entire franchise, and I'm not even going to mention Recoded because that game was trash.
What's your least favorite Kingdom Hearts game?
Oh, Recoded.
Say, is that yoga you're doing?
Oh, I'm just trying to get this fruit in. Oh, be still, my foolish heart.
Excuse me?
I'm Wilbur, and you are the most beautiful creature I have ever seen. I must have you.
Oh, please. You've got a much better chance of picking up the fruit, and that's not looking too good.
Well, I just can't lift that much right now because I injured my knee earlier doing something really impressive. Say, maybe you could help me smash these melons I need to make my famous melon tort?
And what's in it for me?
Well, I could make you some to bring back for your Grand Jubilee feast.
It's on.
Oh, okay, great. We just have to smash these melons quick as they ripen. Otherwise, they spoil fast. And I only believe in using fresh fruit.
But coming at a close second at being my least favorite, it would have to be Kingdom Hearts 3. How about you?
Birth by Sleep. Not for story-wise, but for controls-wise.
Yeah, I could see that.
Oh god, I love Recom and Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts 2 is the one I will replay forever. But, like, with Union Cross, at least the story is starting to become interesting because you're learning about some of the organization members.
Yeah, the Organization 13 was one of my favorite things about the second one. Who would you say your favorite Kingdom Hearts character is?
Axel/Lee, without a doubt, because he controls fire.
Ah, so you got his real name memorized. I like that. I think I would probably have to go with, my favorite bad guy would have to be Ansem, but the heartless Ansem.
You've done it! Oh, that was like poetry in motion. We should get together on another date again soon.
Another date, Wilbur.
Yes, but now I have to start making that melon tort I promised. Catch you later!
And then my favorite character, it would be a cliche to say Sora, because he's the main character. He's the one with the pierced heart. So I mean, like, maybe Riku, but only in Kingdom Hearts. Only once it starts getting to Chain of Memories, because like before that I just couldn't really vibe with his character, couldn't care less about him, but then by Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and Kingdom Hearts 2 I was like, oh, okay, this is actually a pretty badass character.
That's fair, he was kind of a little whiny bitch in Kingdom Hearts 1. My childhood video games consisted of Pokemon Snap, different versions of Pokemon, Dr. Mario, Kingdom Hearts 1, DDR.
So then, did you ever get to play Pokemon Stadium? Since you, if you had Snap for the Nintendo 64.
Oh yeah, Pokemon Stadium. I forgot that was a thing.
Oh yeah, and they even ended up making a second one. It was actually pretty solid. In fact, in the second one, you had more Pokemon. There was one in particular that I was happy that they had up in there, but I can't remember. I think it may have been a Celebi or something. No. Wait, well, maybe actually.
Alright, new question. Top 3 Pokemon.
Turtwig, Celebi, and Suicune. How about you?
Charmander, Mewtwo, and Entei.
I love how I'm sitting here like, let me think for a minute, and you were just like, these three. I love it.
Spiders will get them first.
Spiders?
We will be needing many cave onions for the marvelous, savory, fried blossom spectacular.
That's a lot of... Don't dilly-dally, the harvest season doesn't last that long.
What would you say your top 3 favorite Pokemon games are?
Emerald went number 1 because I would replay that despite the fact that Pokemon has made me hate turn-based action with a passion. Probably Fire Red because fire. And then I wouldn't mind going back and trying Pokemon Snap.
Have you ever played Silent Hill?
I have not, and I will never ever play it because that game would really piss me off. I would not make it 5 minutes into it. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's a shooter, and I can't do shooters.
So it's not a shooter, it's a survival horror, but the later games eventually did turn it into into somewhat of a shooter, but I would recommend that if you enjoy psychological horrors, specifically psychological thrillers, play the first 3 Silent Hill games. They are genuine masterpieces.
Just like watching people play games nowadays, especially when it comes to horror, because I am a coward. But I do plan on eventually watching them. I just don't know that I could play it because it's third-person unmoving camera.
So have you ever played any of the Resident Evil games then?
No. Not even in the least bit.
They're pretty fun. I would have to say the first one's the best one though. I mean, I know saying that can be somewhat of a cliche because it's like, well, usually always the first thing is better, but I mean, whenever it comes to Silent Hill and Resident Evil, I feel very, very strongly about that, because the first 3 Silent Hill games were the ones that defined the entire series, and then the first Resident Evil game is what set up the mood and atmosphere for the rest, and then by 5 it just became an action-packed survival game, not even survival horror, and that is what is so sad about it.
Juicy sweet, juicy sweet, juicy sweet, juicy sweet. They seem a bit too happy.
Oh, well, hello there again, my gigantic friend. So nice to see you. Unfortunately, though, 'tis not much else I can see, as I seem to have misplaced my glasses. Would you be a dear and guide me to the fruit plants that need my pollination help?
Nice to see you again as well, and yes, I would be more than happy to help.
Oh, of course you would. Such a nice boy you are. Now, I do have a strict order in which I must visit the various plants as their flowers reach full bloom. So pay close attention and be swift and sure with your guidance.
First, we must go to the Crimson Crimsonian plant. It's very nearby.
What is Clannad about?
Oh my god, okay, if you can stand Slice of Life, you will be able to watch Clannad, because it is a slice of life. It's about this punk kid named Toya who, like, ditches class all the time. And then suddenly, because he meets this one girl, he starts, pity's not the right word, but he finds that he wants to help her even though he doesn't want to actively help her. You'll understand more once you watch it, because he just complains a lot, but then he ends up doing a nice thing anyway. Anyway, so this girl, Nagisa, pure sweet bean, I would die for her. She just wants to be in the drama club, and she got held back a year, and you find out she's gotten sick before, and that's why she was held back a year, and then just fun drama ensues between tearjerker, heartfelt moments, and sometimes some comedy moments that are interesting. And it lasts 2 seasons because it shows you their life. It originally starts off, it's originally a visual novel game where you can actually choose different girls to end up with based on your choices on dialogue. Clannad is definitely a romance slice of life. Technically a harem anime because there's a bunch of girls and one guy, but really there's only one choice in the anime, whereas the game you get the choices.
So it's kind of like the backwards Fruit Basket.
Technically, even though technically Fruits Basket is the backwards of that, because Fruits Basket would be considered a reverse harem.
Ah, okay, I see. See, I'm not familiar with all of those terms. The kind of anime that I watch are very, very, usually mainly grounded in reality to a certain degree, like Death Note or Elfen Lied or Hellsing or Black Butler or a Capellion.
Oh yes, because vampires and Shinigami are definitely real life.
Oh yeah, very, very. In fact, I actually know.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, I know a Shinigami personally. He's a badass. No, I just mean it's more grounded in reality in the sense that I could actually see something like this happening. Whenever it comes to Kingdom Hearts, what got you into Kingdom Hearts? When did you first start playing, and how did you learn about Kingdom Hearts?
3rd grade, I was over at my best friend's Logan's house, and she's like, hey, I got this new game on my PS2, you should totally play it with me, it's got Disney characters, and I'm like, cool, sweet, let's go. I don't even remember what world she was in, and I'm like, cool. And then that was 3rd grade, so I didn't get back into Kingdom Hearts until 6th grade, when one of my friends gave me her PS2 because she was getting a new one, and let me borrow her Kingdom Hearts 1 game, to which I binge played through it.
So, have you seen Black Butler?
Yeah, I've seen all of Black Butler. I am obsessed with the Atlantic movie.
Oh god, no, please don't tell me they did more of those. Is it like Ciel in Wonderland?
Yeah, it's the only movie. It's canon to the story because they continued from like some OVAs, and then Season 3, which is Book of Circus, and then Book of Atlantic, which is just a movie that they made, which is amazing.
I just wish that it would have stayed at the end of Season 2 though, because to me, Black Butler Season 1 and 2 is Black Butler. I love the way that Season 2 ends, because now CL and Sebastian are forever tied together.
Except that's not canon, so that's why they continued on with Book of Circus and Book of Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, I know that it's not the same as the manga, but I just wish they would have kept that ending, you know? It's just, it was perfect.
Thank you, New York Giants, for helping us to find all the ingredients for all the wonderful food we will be providing for you at our super special and amazing banquet. In exchange for your help, we would like to give you, the key to the jungle!
Sir, we don't have a door to the jungle, much less a key.
Well, what can we give them then?
Well, it's a banquet. Just give them food.
Ooh, good one. You know that key to the jungle thing, it gets sold. And what good will it do you anyway? I've changed my mind. I am in fact going to offer you lots and lots of food from our banquet. I thought we were going to get that.
Thank you so much.
Right, thanks.
New level unlocked. Alright everybody, I do hope that y'all enjoyed this video here on Gameplay Infinity. If y'all did, leave it a like and subscribe to Gameplay Infinity if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification button to be notified each and every single time that I upload a brand new video. And as always, I'm your host Leon, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.